Everybody, welcome back to All of Fabric 3, episode 23 with me, Sid. And last episode, we put in a farm for farming mystical crops. And currently, it is farming inferium. This has been running, it's chunk loaded, it's been running over, and that one is empty. You see, but we've got multiple barrels down here. That's full. That one's full. This one is filling. However, I confess I have already emptied this barrel. I need to let me just pop those away somewhere. So yeah, I have already emptied these ones, and this is basically another batch of this stuff, which is cool because that means there's a lot. I've also speeded up the drop-off dump chest retrieval, so we should now be getting pretty much all of this through the system pretty quickly. I don't think I'm going to be... I know there's not enough storage at the other side for all of this. Basically, this is a multiple trip job, but, you know, such is life. So, yeah, this has been very successful. Now, the question, the $1 million question, is has it been successful enough to generate me enough inferium to make some netherite seeds? Well, officially one netherite seed, but you know, we'll see how we go, because these things should duplicate up a wee bit anyway. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 full barrels, and this is diamond barrel number 5. I had so many diamonds. I also went what did I do actually? Oh, I was around looking at villages, that's right, and I found a temple and raided it. So hence why there's all this stuff in here which should not be there. Let me get rid of you, pick you up, pop you down, grab a spare diamond barrel. Well, if you're going to cough, you might as well keep repeatedly cough. And continue doing this. So the objective here for me is primarily to get some netherite. It doesn't have to be a lot of netherite, but it has to be some netherite. Netherite essence, that is, of course, and not netherite the material, although ultimately we want to make netherite the material. So yes, it is netherite material. What am I talking about? Stop blathering. Anyway, we can go and grab the last of this that's come in. That should be getting close to those barrels. And that is a lot. I mean, you know, you're looking at 3, 6, 9, 12 by 3, 6, 9, 12 by 9. So yeah, a lot times 64. I'm not doing the maths. Forget it. That's I am so not doing the maths. And of course, I can put all of the stuff here away that we don't need, some strays heads, because the temple I found was actually an icy temple. Of that. Then, you know, you go. I've got spares of most of this stuff, but that can go in there and put you back away. So the plan here is very simple. We're going to try and make some netherite seeds, but we do need a little bit of infrastructure to pull that off. I also need to find out where I've stuffed carrots. Do I not have carrots anywhere? Well, how very dare you? Well, that looks like a place where carrots would go, but they're going to have to go in the. Oh, nighttime. Sleep. So yeah, as I said right at the start of this series, I don't really want to do mystical agriculture because I've done mystical agriculture. And you know, it's not that gripping. And I personally do think it can have an adverse effect on the game. And the reasoning behind this is quite simple. If you've ever played with Equivalence Exchange, which is a very old mod, and originally was Pahimar, wasn't it, who did that beastie? Because there's a running joke between him and Diable 20, I believe, about, you know, when are you going to finish E3? Equivalence Exchange is a very simple mod. It allows you to take any material, it gives it a size of value, and you can convert it into effectively energy, which you can then recombobulate into anything else, providing you've had a sample of it in the first place. So it's effectively, the way I think of it is as Star Trek Replicators would be a kind of a feel for me. You know, you take raw material, raw matter, and you recombobulate it into whatever you need. You know, generally speaking, Earl Grey hot seems to be what it tends to get combobulated into, but there you go. Now, that's fine. But you see, cobblestone in Equivalence Exchange 3 has got a value of 1. Diamond has, I think off the top of my head, it was about 8,000. So you need 8,000 cobblestone to make 1 diamond. And again, if you haven't had one before, you can't make it. And most things have a value. And this is where the problem lies. Once you get to a sufficiently automated and complicated Equivalence Exchange 3 setup, nothing is challenging anymore. And I would argue the same with mystical agriculture. Once you have got to the point where you've got everything, nothing is challenging anymore. Now, that's great if you want to build, but if you were looking for purely just building with no challenge whatsoever, you might as well play with creative mode and build. So, anyway, let's get back to this. We need to turn you into Supremium Essence. And Supremium Essence is then used to make various things, including iridium seeds. Not worried about iridium seeds. We're not worried about platinum seeds. I'm really not worried about diamond or emerald seeds. What I want is wither skeleton seeds. Not that bothered about. Netherite seeds. That is where the action is at. Now we need 4 ingots of netherite to get that. And your use for that is it can be reprocessed back into this stuff, but it basically you plant it and it gives netherite essence, and netherite essence can, surprise, surprise, be used to make netherite. How do we make netherite seeds? Well, we need to do it in an infusion altar with some prosperity seed base thing. So we're going to need an infusion altar. That's simple enough. We'll go over here and we'll make those, actually. That's blue. Oh, I even got red carpet, and we are going to need 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Amazing. And a bouton. Now, for now, this can go here. And it gives you a nice little ghost image, tells you how to set everything up. I'm going to go one there, one there, and one there. And then, of course, you have your bouton. Your bouton runs the conversion process. Right, the next thing, to make supremium, well, the uses for inferium are simple. We can make a block of it. We can do inferium farmland, which seems not to be very good. We can make an inferium furnace, and I may actually do some of that, so we can make those. We can make all the various bits and pieces, and more importantly, we can make, eventually, if I can find the relevant thing, Prudentium, and that is made with an infusion crystal or a master infusion crystal. Master infusion crystal requires supremium, and lots of infusion crystals. So we're going to have to start off here for that. That's just the way it is. And if I go and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and pop that in there with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. No, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was. We're going to make Prudentium essence, and that is going down very rapidly. And then we'll do this. We'll do another 2. And Prudentium is going to be used to make tertium. Tertium is going to be used to make Imperium, and Imperium is going to be used to make Supremium. And we can use that to make a whole bunch of things, and the one thing we are going to need it for is to make Supremium ingots. Supremium ingots, 4 of those, and a block of Supremium gemstone block is going to be used to make a master infusion crystal. So that is probably my first target. We're going to need 8 plus some of these for that. So in fact, let's go and get the those done. If I want 1 of those, I need 8. So I need 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. And then I presume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to assume it uses 9. If it doesn't, no great loss. So I'm going to need 18 plus 8, 26 of those. I'll be back in a little while. Alright, I think I am getting close. However, I am going to need to do a little bit more. This will get me to 26. And one thing I've noticed with these, because this is our 3rd infusion crystal, these 2 are practically drained. This one is halfway. The colour drains out of them, which I think that's quite a neat little effect. So we need to do those and those and that. And the uses for that, of course, is this, and we need 4 infusion crystals, so we can go in here and go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that will give me a master crystal, which means we never have to make another one of these things, which will be useful should we move down that line in the future. In the meantime, we can recombobulate those and just have a spare little infusion crystal. Right, we've got that. We can get rid of you. So uses for that obviously are going to be, now we can do, you can do them as a block. That's interesting. Now that cost almost all of that stuff there. However, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I can block those, then that's got to be an improvement, hasn't it? This, by the way, is just a server-friendly crafting thing that makes it life a bit nicer on the servers. So 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'll do them this way. It would probably make more sense to block them all up and then redo them. If compacting drawer would be useful in those circumstances, I suppose. I suppose I could create a crafting thing, but it's as easy to do this. So yeah, let me run through and get these done, and I'll be back again, because the next thing we are going to need is to make, well, that will make 4 blocks of it, which is enough actually. If I do 4 of the, no, that will make 1 block, which should still be enough. Yeah, well, we can do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, get these done. See you in a moo. I think something might be broken in that recipe. It just took my master infusion crystal. I'm not going with that. Don't play that bloody game. So if you're going that way, definitely do not do that now. Let's just see if that was a thing with the master infusion crystal, or whether it was a thing with the block, because that was that was doing the block one. Okay, I'm doing this the hard way. I'll see you in a mo. And that is 9 of those, which if we combine them with, let's go and get a seed. Now we need a prosperity seed. Let's find the prosperity seed base, one of those, and we are going to need the netherite. 1, 2, 3, 4. So prosperity seed base. Uses for this are, of course, let me just double check the list on the cardinals, and what I don't know is if the seeds duplicate. Sometimes they do, and this I think is probably that case. See whether that should do us on that one. We've got a netherite seed, and if we look at our quest logs now, we should have a few. We've got the tier 1, we've got the prosperity seed base. We presumably, why have I not got that? I've done that. Oh, I need to make an unattuned augment as well. Okay, fine. I'm not going to use it, but it doesn't really matter. And I've made you, and I've made you, and I've made you, and I've made you, and I've made you. So we can claim all of that in a bit, but let's not worry about those. Let us instead worry about the ability to grow that, and also taking that out of the loop. And an eat, actually. I'm hungry. Right, I'm going to need to make some more sandwiches in a bit. Right, let me go. First off, I want a farmer again, and we're going to use a box standard farmer. So I need to make, what have we got? I need to make a machine block. So I need 6 iron block, iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me go back to my farmer. And I'm going to need, no, I've got you. I'm going to need 4 copper, 1 gold, and 4 bronze. Gold, 1, 2, 3, oops, no, 1. Copper, 4. Bronze, 4. Let's go and get those things. This definitely needs a home. It is probably going to be up in the outside space, just because we can make a grove kind of thing around it. It has that kind of outside Viking-y, grovey affair. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about either, but just seems an appropriate place to have it outside. So that's the thing. We could potentially, if we wanted to, also run a cable out to wherever we want to put it, which might just be outside. I don't know whether we need to go that far at all. We could run a cable up and out and actually have applied energistics terminal there, so we can pick up the stuff we need, although I don't know whether I'm going to end up using it like that. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, not to worry. That's our stuff. Let's go in and make ourselves one of those. Boop. And one of those. Boop. And 2 of those. Boop. Boop. and one of those. Boop. And think this through. We probably, you see, I don't know this. Is there a mystical agriculture book? Let me just have a look to see whether there is one in this version. I don't know whether there's one in the version I'm playing. I think, but it doesn't seem rubber essence to be a book. I certainly can't see a book. So many questions. Super hard. Is that going to work? I don't know whether that will even work on crops, because you normally use mystical fertilizer. That's the way to make glass if we ever get to one of those. In fact, I may try and make one of those at some point. Anyway, let's just go. I'd like a couple of bits of dirt McGurty, and for now we're going to go with that. Let's go upstairs. Seems to be clear. And let's just go and borrow that. And we'll backfill. Oops. That with just a blob of dirt. Right, where to situate? Oh, hello. You didn't have a good day, did you? Again, this doesn't want to be a big farm area, so I'm wondering if we can just get away with, if we put the farmer down here and visualize, and then we take the range down to 2. That should be big enough. This has got a 9x9, and if we've got a 9x9 of netherite seeds, we are laughing. So I think we can go underneath here and grab a bucket and go and grab some water. We want that to be, we do want that to ideally be chunk loaded, don't we? That's awful. Yeah, let me just have a look at this map. Claimed chunks. Let's just have a look at that. So we're in chunk 515. 1, 2, 0. Where's the oh, it was F3G, wasn't it? Bloody hell, there's a chunk boundary right there. Okay, that is not brilliant. That's not what I wanted at all. Come here, get myself in the right thing. I think we can get away with chunk loading that as well for now. 3G, get that off, get that off, get that in, pop you down, give it some juice, give it a seed. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? I think I really need 2 of those if I'm going to use a farm with it. Or do I? Let me just check. Where's me diamond hoe? I suppose we could also chuck a little bit of bone meal down. And then we're just going to kind of have to keep growing it. But I suspect that is going to grow slowly. Even if we put it on. We could try. We've got a little bit of super. Yeah, let's. Oh, what am I looking in there for? It's there. All of this just so we can get enough netherite to progress some quests without having to go netherite mining everywhere. Yep. That's crazy. Right. Let's pop you down. And, well, I suppose we'll be back when that's had a chance to grow. God knows how long this is going to take. And I suspect it's not going to go in there quite the same. I don't see, actually, because none of those have doubled up. I'm just going to head over. I think we're going to head back over to Clink's and just check out his farm, because I'm sure there was loads and loads and loads of netherite seeds. And that implies that there is some, or, no, well, not some seed doubling. That's going to be growing while we do it. So let's go back over to have a look at Clink's. If I can find it, hang on. Oh, man. Blah, blah, blah. So, and there are definitely netherite seeds. I think we need to put it onto Supremium farmland. And that will probably increase the chances of you getting more seeds. Let's go with that. And I know I could borrow from that. I've been given full permission. I just think that that would be... I need another few Supremium then, don't I? Let me just do another block of... well, some. Be back in a second. Right, I actually don't think I even need it to be that large. Oh, it's 29% grown. I think we can... go with just, given that when we looked at Clinks, he's only got a 4 blocks going, I think we can reduce the size of this by... I wonder what was different. There we go, by 1. So let's take it down to 1 and visualize. That should be that little spot there. And then what means we need 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, that's a good point. This is fertilized dirt, which is not going to play nicely. That's still only 29%. So I am going to get a little bit of this and take... Can I do this in a 2x2? I can. Boing. And now we can come in and get... Now, do I want to... I am going to take you out, because we really do want to get the chances of an additional drop. Seed drop, that is. So, I am going to... I don't know. What shall... Oh, I know what we can do while we wait for that to do. Let me just check how long I've been recording for starters, because I don't want to go off exploring fun stuff and you know, going overly long. So while that is doing its thing, let us just drop off that lot. We'll stick that and that away, and I will get myself some more sandwiches. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we're not going here. I just remembered that I have actually got a teleport to this one. I think I have anyway. This is far, far away. Is this even the one I wanted? I don't know. Wow. No, that's not the one we wanted. Okay, let me try. Well, let's go with clinks, because we can do this from here. We're going west. And this is a structure I found some time ago and never got around to exploring. It is going to take us a while to get there. Maybe not as much as far away would have. But certainly, I can't even remember whether I've explored that. I'm sure someone must have around here because it's near Clinks for starters. Anyway, yeah, so this particular structure I found and didn't get around to doing anything with. So I thought, 10 or 15 minutes, it will be ideal. So I shall be back in a little while. All right, we are close. Now there is this here. Aha! What did I call you? Explored 2. That would have made a lot more sense if I'd have just called you Jungle Fortress. There you go. Much better. Now I could have saved myself an awful lot of effort. However, one of the mods that's in this pack is in actually also in my Life After the Woods mod is this. This is the Repurposed Structures mod, and it basically repurposes some of the vanilla Minecraft structures, such as a nether fortress, for the overworld. Now, in the case of the nether fortress, it only spawns in the overworld, in the jungles. So you get this kind of affair going on. Obviously, it's still dangerous. It can still have different mobs spawning in it. I'm going to assume that this is just a fairly generic end down here. But I really like this as a concept because it does reuse vanilla code, but then the things now there are variations on a theme as well. I can't see how I get up to that one, probably from over the other way. There are variations on the theme, there are variations on the desert temple, for example, and that one of those I found was an ice temple, got a different trap in the bottom, and if I find another one I will do that on camera with you, because it is sufficiently different to be, well, different. But here clearly we've got a netherwart section that would normally have things. Now let's just go down this way and follow it and see what we get, but I suspect we're going to get close to the end here. And of course it's not night time, so it is reasonably light. There's a bit of gold, we'll take that. I'm really not bothered about half the junk. And we'll take the chest as well, because I can't break things without picking them up. That's how these things go. We'll take the cobwebs and we'll leave the rest. I don't actually know if I've got any cocoa beans. That's something I'm not really worried too much about. That's going down. Let's just I don't think there's anything there I want. I mean, this is, it just makes for a more interesting world without having to put massive amounts of new content in. Now, what do we get? Oh, nothing apparently. Okay, just a chest. I will take them. I don't really want the chainmail boots. And this is probably actually, given so far the lack of significant hostile mobs, This is probably an ideal place for an early find, because you're going to get some enchanted... Oh, hello. Some enchanted gear. Oh. Ah. There is a spawner. I feel. Just down there. Sneaky. Sneaky. I don't think there's much more up here, so I think we're now looking into... I should go and destroy that chest then. I know I've done it. But there is a little bit more to play on. Let's see if we can't find anything else to have a good fertile about at. So I came in through there. I think, oh yeah, there's down, isn't there? Oh, bum, pick that stuff up. Didn't want it, but now I got it. Ah, well, let's just check the area. Yeah, I just think it's a nice, interesting and semi-peaceful little place to check out. We'll pick everything up, it doesn't matter. It's too late now. It's happened. We did go down that way, didn't we? Yeah, that's where we came from. So this was the down. And if anywhere we're going to find any mobs, it's going to be in these anyway. Yeah, I'll grab that. I know it's done. I can always throw away later. Oh, hello. I mean, we may not find much of any significant interest down here, but you never will unless you come down and have a look, will you? And let's just... Oh, hello. Well, this is definitely going to be a little bit more unfriendly. I don't think there's going to be anything down there though. So let's just run down. And see what, if anything, there is further down here. Thankfully I've got the respiration, so that's always a good thing. However, I think we've probably exhausted the majority of this. Yeah, I need to get out of here, don't I? Let's just tunnel out. I mean, how deep can I be? So yeah, it was just one of those little interesting things you sometimes find when you're touring around the world, and I just wanted to share it with you. Not greatest loot in the world, and that seems... I think I must be coming up in a... I must be under a mountain or something, because... yeah, I'm at 77, I'm under a hill, aren't I? Let's just get back out of here then. Usual way, tunnel up. Interesting little Minecraft trivia, isn't it? That people always say never dig straight down, but they never say never dig straight up. And that's gonna cause you a whole world of hurt, just as much as if you dig straight down. Hello, Polly. Ooh. No, I didn't get any. It's seed. Oh yeah, it's seeds, isn't it? Not. See, I'm fairly certain they decided not to do cocoa beans, because they didn't want people getting the idea superstitious hat. Okay, I've already got one of those. Doesn't matter. We'll spend time wearing it. So typical. We get the one thing we don't want, but that's it. We've spent a little bit of time out here. What I need to do now is go and get myself back over to my little dungeon. Now, I have raided this, I think. I'll double check actually. Yeah, it looks like I have. Definitely looks like I have. Definitely, because I never do this properly. I should take those though, because they are always good. And that. If we get rid of you, I suppose we could always have that as well, because whilst it's only redstone, it's, you know. So, I mean, mind you, having said that, the cut to. Yeah, I think I've done that as well. I don't really need those. Got infinity. Yeah, come on, let's just get back home. I want to go and see how my my crop has grown. Oh, wow, here we go. This is going to be awkward, isn't it? Come on. Hey, up, up, up. Head home. I'll worry about cleaning my inventory in a moment. Let's just go a quick snooze, and then we'll go and check on the netherite crops, see how they're going. If how it's gone at all, it may have grown and not replanted. We may have got an extra seed, who knows. But if I can get it to the point where I've got the extra seed, then I'll know it will always at least replant one. And then we're going to do some AFK work again, because, well, it's not AFK. We're going to leave it and let it do its thing. But that hasn't grown at all. And that's really annoying, because it certainly is growing over at Clinks. I want to go and check something. Be back in a second. Back to the crafting of the red gunk. Alright, I couldn't see any differences, but there is, and there's always been in mystical agriculture, these growth accelerator blocks, which have ranges, so that's largely irrelevant for what I need here. But what I do want is to make that. And we're going to go and try that underneath the thing to see whether it actually helps. Now, you used to be able to stack these deep as well, so because obviously the things, again, unsure whether it's the same in the fabric version, but there's absolutely no harm in trying. And what we'll do is we'll pop that down there, and then we'll do those in like that, I think, and that will do its work. And then that will hopefully get some more growth ticks and grow faster. But I'm just going to have to come back to this in the morning and see what it's done. You're probably going to have to wait until next week to find out what it's done. And with that, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.